Welcome to the Ohio Boys podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Ohio Boys podcast. Everybody should say it.
Yeah, you know the thing.
Make sure you
Guess who's back?
just shout out to everybody. Appreciate everybody.
All the love.
Instagram going crazy. YouTube going crazy.
Hold on,
all
real quick,
because of you guys.
real quick.
Thank you.
I don't want to cut you off, Tyler. I
You
did.
did.
No,
You-
but
I
this is
think you
important. This
want
is
to.
important. I've been checking you niggas on YouTube because I know we busting on YouTube. Y'all niggas love us in the clips for some reason. Yeah, me and Mark were cuddling to the one nigga who said that. And what about it?
That's
my nigga.
Wait,
It's my
somebody
dog.
was shitting on us for cuddling with the
They
homies?
was like, them niggas really cuddling. And I was like, yeah, for sure. I said it on my personal account. Nigga, if you see Xavier Hogan,
We're going to get a little closer.
oh God, we get a little closer. No homo with it.
Sometimes you just need to cuddle the homies.
Sometimes the homies are sad.
Hey,
You
if
need
you-
love and support.
I'll say this.
Sometimes.
All right, now get off me.
Homies always
I would
sad.
say if you
So you're
if you like what you're seeing and if you think we're funny or cool, decent, something like that,
Tyler, hit him with it.
share
Tyler just hit them with the
share the
where's my
clips.
hug at of YouTube.
Follow us on all platforms.
Oh,
all you got to
brother.
do is type in OHIO.
BOIS.
That's right.
Pod Productions, YouTube.
You like that little
Instagram.
joint, Phil? That's
no,
a bar,
I hate
ain't
you
it?
both.
That's a bar, ain't it?
Also,
Bar. You got to be
that's a
behind
bar.
bars, Mark.
Also, there's another
Fuck
little,
you.
there's another little podcast you should check out. These are some shitty retarded niggas for real. But Bois, go get them views up.
Yeah, shout out to you guys. Again, if you like what you're seeing here, if you like what you're listening to, just
Tyler,
listen-
did you just say shout out to those guys and you're in the podcast?
Yeah.
That was the joke.
Yeah. But as I was saying, if you like what you're doing, share it, share the clips. Tell your mom, tell your grandma, tell your uncle.
Really tell your grandma.
Tell your mamas.
Yeah, something like that. Like light shit, light
Tell
shit.
Miss Jackson for us.
Tyler, hold
What's
on.
that,
All right, before we sit here and talk in circles, you had something that you brought up a moment
Yeah,
before
what's on
we
the docket,
recorded. What's
TY?
on the docket?
All right. So today is November 12th. It was Veterans Day yesterday.
It was?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ladies and
Yeah, we
gentlemen.
know, Phil. You'll serve crack before you serve this country. You don't care about the military.
Communist propaganda.
I just
Yeah.
want to say, I just have a quick question for everybody. Well, not a question. It's a statement. This is a personal opinion. We should not say thank you to certain veterans.
What
Certain.
do you mean by that?
Certain veterans. Certain veterans don't deserve
Hold on,
thank
Phil.
yous.
What do you mean by
Hold on.
certain-
What did Phil do this
Like,
time?
wait, which veterans?
The ones
Why-
that got their shit blown off. The ones that lost.
Whoa. Not
The
those.
losers?
Not those guys.
Tyler, finish your
What
statement.
did Trump
before
say?
we lose
I only
this.
like the winners.
Tyler,
Fuck John
finish your
McCain.
statement before we
Alright.
lose this.
What I'm saying is, if you're in the military and you don't do shit, you don't deserve a fucking thank you.
Do you know
ain't
how the
doing shit.
military works?
If you are in the military right now and you are not in active combat, you don't deserve a fucking thank you.
It's
I
not-
deserve a thank you. I pay
hold
your
on, hear me out,
salary.
Hear me out. Let me tell you why. It's not about that because like the military. As someone who was going to go into the military, it's so much deeper. Because I thought the same thing. Like in high school, and I was like, they're not doing shit. That's why I'm gonna join. The jobs that are done, especially outside of active combat, sometimes are more important than actual active combat. The jobs that they do outside of active combat sometimes is what keeps
That's
us
nice.
out of active combat.
Okay, that's cool. That's nice. You're doing a job. You don't deserve a thank you.
Why?
Because
Those niggas volunteered to go.
okay, that's nice.
Because if
Good
they
job.
really, if those niggas start losing, the
Do you say-
volunteers
do you-
start to
hold on,
lose,
time out.
they're
Quick
gonna
question.
take us.
You question. Do you say thank you to reservists? If you see if a nigga's is in the National Guard, you're saying thank you to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he's.
I ain't never seen none of you niggas say thank you.
I
I
know
don't
because
know anyone in
people
the National
people
Guard.
from the National Guard don't tout their military service. Like there's certain
They use it for
there's
free
certain
Man came over here so smug and
there's
so
certain
sneaky.
veterans that will tell you up front, please don't thank me. I don't deserve it. But that's
those
up
are
to
the crazy
them.
ones
That's
who
all
got,
of them.
like shot at though.
No, it's the one.
If
It's
you ain't getting
like
shot
I
at, you
even
don't deserve a
I've
thank
even
you.
seen some content, like a lot of military service members that make content that say don't thank me for my service because I have done nothing except for sit in a base and do nothing. But that's up
Jacob?
to the
Jacob?
that's up to the service
Wow, we're
member.
name dropping here.
Jake. Whoa, Navy Boy Jake. They know Navy Boy Jake. Navy Boy
It's an
Jake
American
He's been on
hero.
the pod before.
is.
He is an American hero.
That
That's
nigga don't
That's
deserve
the
a
one
thank
dude
you.
you should thank.
I ain't thanking that nigga for shit. Most of these niggas.
He's preventing
especially
a
the Navy
nuclear.
ones,
He's
No,
preventing a
Mark,
nuclear.
you can't say that.
We gotta bleep that.
Damn.
Gotta bleep that.
most of the Navy ones.
Hey, United
These
States
niggas-
Navy, we don't know shit about Navy boy Jake. He's just there.
Most of these niggas out there just cheating on their wives. They're marrying. They get married.
Their
young.
wives are cheating on them.
I was gonna say their wives are cheating on them at a higher
Okay.
rate.
Men don't cheat, Tyler.
Men do cheat. Men are
You're
most definitely
smoking
cheating.
dicks.
Never met one that has.
Hold on, wait. Oh, okay. The Lions are about to win. We usually record on Saturdays, but Sunday night, and it's not even Sunday night football. We still got another game to watch together, boys.
All right, let's
Maybe.
let Megan get her.
All
word
I'm
in.
saying, if Tyler really thinks that they don't do anything and they don't deserve a thank you, he sounds like he should step in their shoes and actually go do their job.
Okay, and then sit down and do nothing. Work out all day. Work out and train and drill.
Not the reserves.
That's what
not
you're
the
doing.
Reserves, not the reserves.
Lions
you guys
win.
Actually go over.
Lions
I'll
down.
drink to that, boys.
They actually did just win. No,
To the
Tyler, I'm
offense.
talking about the ones that like go and just work on the radios that you think are just not on the front line.
Okay, so you're telling me just because you're operating the radio that you deserve a thank you?
Yes,
No,
Sure.
you don't.
Because you're
no,
still,
you don't.
Yep.
Sure, yeah.
Mhm.
You're not.
You're
You're not.
Yep.
you're
getting shot
preventing
at?
people from
Is your
dying.
life? Is your life?
You're
is a-
preventing people from
no,
dying.
no. If you're working on the radio,
Tyler,
you don't
I
deserve
think you're
shit.
just being an ungrateful little swine boy.
No, that's not ungrateful. You don't deserve a fucking thank you for operating the radio.
Yes, you do.
AI can operate a fucking radio.
No.
A robot can operate
No.
a radio. So again, no, you don't deserve a fucking thank you.
Yes,
you
you
sat
do.
on a ship. If you were in Vietnam or
Do
Korea,
you think
sitting on
people
a
in-
ship
do you think
operating a
people in
fucking
field
radio,
hospitals-
you don't deserve a fucking
Do you think
thank
people
you.
in field
What?
hospitals saving lives
you
deserve
think,
it?
You think that, but that's not even how it works. My grandpa was in. He was
No,
in
if
Vietnam.
you were on a ship in Korea, you don't deserve a thank you.
The
Fucking
ship's
Oh
in
no,
Korea.
they were doing crazy shit on the ships in
Thank you.
Korea.
What are you
That was-
talking
Yeah,
about?
killing civilians,
Not civilians.
targeting civilians. That's
they
what they
weren't.
were doing.
No, they
No, they
weren't.
weren't.
Not uneducated.
You literally
It's truth.
don't. No, that's not.
Tyler
They're-
spews the
they're
most
sitting-
propaganda on
they're,
this podcast.
They're on the battleship.
Yeah, I don't know. I live with this one, so like.
Yeah, but
It's a
you live
different-
with him.
it's a different kind of
It's got to
propaganda.
be on the podcast.
On the podcast.
My propaganda
Tyler, do you
is
think
different.
people in field hospitals deserve a thank you for their service?
Who?
They're not on the front lines. People in field hospitals.
Yes, because they're operating and doing
Okay,
surgery.
but that person's not on the front lines. So your logic is
they
fucking
actually
stupid.
are on the
No,
front lines. They're
they're-
behind
no,
the front lines.
they're-
Yeah, no, they're so
saving
they're not on the
lives.
front
Whoa,
lines.
whoa, Tyler,
You
they're
just
saving
said.
lives.
You just said.
Hold on, Mark.
They're
So
saving
people
lives.
on the radios aren't saving lives. That's their job, is to communicate to make sure they don't get gunned down. They're the same people. Do you think Paul Revere deserved a thank you for saying?
No!
Hey,
No,
you're
that
retarded.
nigga didn't.
You're
You're
done.
dumb.
His topic
Yeah,
is
no.
done. No, you're stupid. I don't want to.
No,
talk
that
about it.
nigga ain't
What's next on the
deserve
docket?
it.
What's
Dude,
next on the docket?
First off,
Shut
Tyler,
up.
off,
Shut
you're
up.
an
that's not
ungrateful-
even how-
you're an
that's
ungrateful
not-
swine.
That's not
You
ungrateful.
sound dumb.
That's not
You
ungrateful.
sound dumb.
That's not
You
ungrateful.
sound dumb.
It is.
Dumb.
It's not
Radio
ungrateful.
positions are some of the most targeted fucking things in military service. Stop talking.
Okay, cool.
They're not doing.
You don't
nothing.
deserve a thank you.
Okay, cool. Well, you
don't
don't have to
deserve a
thank them.
thank
I'm
You
gonna
don't
thank them
deserve. No, you don't deserve your freedom then.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
most. White guys telling black guys they don't deserve freedom.
Exactly. Look at this
Mark,
nigga.
Hold on, Mark.
If you're
What?
if you're actively shitting on
Thus-
service members,
You know, I'm
Mark,
not
that's
gonna-
no,
not how
you're
that
act-
works.
I'm
No,
not how-
you
That's
you
not how
brought
that
up
works.
this
That's
topic
not
just
how
to
that
shit on
works.
service members that
That's
aren't on the
not
front
how
lines.
that
Mark,
works.
Mark, that's the best part.
You,
about-
you
Hold on,
as
no,
a
Mark,
human being
Tyler,
deserve freedom.
Tyler.
That is just
That's the
as
best
a
part.
Catholic. That's crazy to come from people of
Catholics are
Christian
prejudiced.
denominations.
Shut up.
No. Coming
Christians
from people
are
of Christian
prejudiced.
denominations
Everyone's
to
prejudiced.
say that someone doesn't deserve freedom because they don't support military, it's fucking disgusting.
Tyler,
you
Christians-
should really be ashamed.
Christians are
That's
Because you're
crazy.
ungrateful. Clearly, you
That's
don't
not
understand
ungrateful.
I mean,
why
like-
we. Clearly, you don't understand why we have
Christians and
freedom.
Muslims are some of
As
the most
as
hated
somebody
people on this
who's like the most, like you guys make the jokes a lot of me being like the commie or
earth.
whatever.
No,
my
you're not-
friend
that's not a
group.
joke. You are the commie. You're
I
a
okay,
commie.
whatever.
You're
Like,
actually-
I could be anti like the war machine and how the military is used and operated, but like
But
that
that's
doesn't mean I'm gonna be a
That's
dick
different.
to the people that
That's
sign
different.
up.
The war machine is not the service members. The war machine are the
Yeah.
fucking old white retards running the
It's
country.
the government.
Yeah.
They sh-
Not really the government. It's more of the people.
The government
like,
funds them. It's the government.
well, no, it's more of the people that are selling weapons and things like that.
Yeah, and who buys the weapons?
Oh, the government.
The government.
The government selling
government.
weapons. You're talking about the F-35 that just sold.
Who creates a demand in that market? The government.
The CIA.
Well,
Oh my God, what are they?
And who
what are
funds
they-
the CIA?
What are they part of?
They're their own
The
government.
government.
Phil,
They're their
who
own
funds the
government.
CIA? The
CIA
government.
does.
Fucking
At the end of the
No,
day-
now it's-
Anybody they want to
End
get
of
the
the
money
day.
from.
if you sit on the ship, you
That's
don't
not
deserve
legal
thank
money,
you.
though.
I'm sorry. Not
What the
sorry.
fuck does that matter? It's who's funding them, Mark. You didn't say who's funding them legally.
All right. Let's get into
They're gonna
some,
get the money up.
Let's get into some actual
Y'all niggas don't deserve
topics.
thank yous. Y'all niggas don't have actual topics.
So
That's the crazy part.
So the Browns, no, fuck you. So the Browns
It's not ball boys,
just
though.
played. No, I want to talk about
Ball
this.
boys. Let them go.
Fuck all you pieces of shit
Who don't got
shitting on my
topics?
team.
Shut up, Mark. That's a ball boys thing. Who don't got topics? Jada and Will Smith. Yeah, I opened the notes.
You just that's crazy.
Oh, I hate all.
Who
of
don't got time?
That's
I
hilarious.
hate all
Can
of
we
you.
talk
Hey, I
about
respect
Jada
it. I
Pinkett Smith
respect
just
it. I
can't
respect
let Will Smith breathe.
I was gonna say, if we're gonna talk about that, let's talk about the most recent
just released
thing
a
in
book.
that the book.
She just
Yeah.
says bogus things out of pocket. Like nobody asks
Oh my
her,
god,
but
she's
gives,
our podcast.
I'd say no,
Yeah.
no. A lot of things that she
Yeah,
was
but we
talking,
don't slander
a lot
people.
of the things that she was saying,
He just slandered the entire military.
I slandered
I
certain
wouldn't
niggas.
put me in that.
I said I slandered a sector of niggas. I ain't slander all niggas.
A sector.
I mean,
sector
and
of
you're a
niggas.
piece of garbage.
Fuck out of here.
Anyways,
That's not a piece of garbage.
Jada Pinkett Smith puts out a lot of unnecessary information that nobody ever asked for, and
She first off, time out. Hold on. To get this correct, she's not putting this out just to put it out. She's putting
No,
this out
she
because
is.
no.
She wants to make
She's
money.
releasing a book, so she went on a promo. She went on a promo
That's literally
run,
for no reason.
and
yeah,
no,
literally for reason.
To make money.
because no, a lot of
It's so she can fund her son's friends' addictions.
You leave August out of this.
Shout out August Alsina for making some of the worst music I've ever heard
that's crazy.
and still being
It's
rich.
okay.
I
he
remember
got
the
that
first
Jada
time I
Pinkett
learned
money.
who August Alsina was, and he was part of that XXL freshman cipher, whatever the fuck year it was, like 2014 maybe. And I was like, wow, I really like this dude. And I listened to his own music, and I was
I'm allergic
so
to bad
gravely disappointed.
Gravely, that's deep. To say gravely disappointed.
I was.
That's like you were really upset.
I
Like,
was,
you
because
were
I was
really
like
mad.
kind of excited, and I was like, let's see. I like his voice, and I like what he did on this cipher. Let's give him all the opportunities
to
in the
say
world.
that you were gravely disappointed.
And I walked
is-
away kind of sad, like the Charlie Brown sad piano started playing in the background.
Like you just missed the field goal. Like
Yes.
old girl just pulled the
She
ball.
pulled the
from
ball
underneath.
out. August
That's
Alsina pulled the
crazy.
ball out. From
That's
Two of my coworkers had
crazy.
some of the most gas Halloween costumes I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
They did Trunk or Treat. You know the one coworker. It's a childhood friend of ours. And then the one dude who's our AGM. They went as Charlie Brown and Lucy, but they fucked up because old girl forgot a football because they were gonna do that.
How do you
Oh,
forget
that'd have been good.
football?
Yeah,
That's the most important part of that costume.
they had
Bad job out of
they were,
them.
no, they were doing Core Life shit. Shout out Core Life.
They were
Don't
doing
eat
God's
there.
work.
Don't come
You
there.
know who's not doing God's work? August Alsina.
He's doing
Well,
God's work.
I had to say, I'm not gonna
Is
lie to you.
piping Jada God's
So wait,
work?
can we go through?
He's not piping her anymore. He hasn't
he
been piping.
was.
He was, but he hasn't been piping her for years. When that whole thing came out in 2020,
It was old news already.
It was old news. Like the family already settled, already figured out all their shit. Like, and then it
Yeah,
was
and
new
that's
to
why.
us.
That's why it's funny because you didn't have to go out in public and say that because it was already
You
resolved
don't have to
behind
go out in
book-
public
her-
and say half the shit she
Well,
says.
her book was
Exactly.
coming. Her book was coming out, so she went on a promo run to like
Yeah,
get-
let me
get a
just
little bit-
drag my Will Smith's name through the dirt to get some
Mark,
money.
when people were gonna read the book, they were probably gonna assume things. So she went out and she publicly came out and said some things to be like, "Yo, listen, this is what was happening," and she didn't drag Will. She set a few things clear. She said, "Yo, me and Will have not been like really like we're married, but we have not been out like really in like our marriage since
See, yeah,
a while.
that's one thing. Because,
We've been
She
separated for
talked about the
a
slap,
while.
and she said that was like the first time in like 6 years that he said my wife.
Yeah.
Like not even in public, like just period. Even to her, that was one of the first time he said my wife in like 6 years, and I didn't know that. I'm gonna take her word on that. She has no reason to lie about something like that. That's a small, minute
That's
detail
fair.
that means a lot.
Yeah, but she also makes up bullshit all the time.
Like what? What is she making up?
Like how she said she was visiting Tupac in prison when he was in New York and she had property up there.
Or when
but
she
he was
said he's
he
this-
was only at that prison for I think like less than a month before he got transferred to a
Yeah,
different
because he
prison.
wasn't in Rikers. He was.
Or
He,
like-
he wasn't even in a prison.
The more
Yeah.
Tupac
He was
thing.
in a holding jail.
Remember
like,
when
to
she
be
said-
transported?
Yeah,
she's
she
like,
was like, I used to
Tupac's
visit
my
him all the
soulmate?
time, and she didn't have property there at the time, and was like in a public relationship with somebody else at the time.
Yeah, she was cheating on a nigga publicly with a thug.
She didn't know Tupac probably.
She didn't know Tupac.
She did know him.
They were actually in a relationship. They were actually a couple, an item.
She was like, he was my soulmate,
She's holding
but I married Will Smith.
Well, because
Married for
she
money, not love.
she also understood and knew that later on. in
I
her-
mean, Tupac was also rich.
Not anymore. He's dead.
She could have made
Damn,
more money
that's
off
so
of
fucked
his
up.
estate.
I don't know about that.
I don't, because I don't think like could you-
Tupac's brand is worth so much money.
But I'm pretty sure for her to make money, he would have had to leave that to her. Like leave that to her.
I mean, if that's your
in
soulmate,
his will.
he must love you.
But that
He
don't
didn't
make
love
sense.
her.
That don't make sense. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. I would say this. I think the one thing I do want to do, I really do want to read the Jada. I really do want to read the book.
I'll pirate it because I don't want to give her money.
Later.
Well,
That's not bad.
you know,
No,
She doesn't deserve money for airing out all her family's dirty laundry out into public.
Mark, that's what a
hold on.
memoir
This
is.
arises another question
That's a fucking memoir
about the family. You remember when Jaden Smith was like, "Yeah, my mom really saved our family for a minute. She introduced us all to mushrooms." Tyler, you've done mushrooms before.
Yes.
I've done mushrooms with you, allegedly.
Not allegedly, I've did it.
Schedule 1. You niggas
Unless-
going to jail.
Allegedly.
Unless YouTube. Well,
Unless the ATF's
this
watching,
This
then
ain't
they're at
monetized.
Mark's house.
This ain't monetized. Fuck you niggas. I did it. Fuck y'all. Yeah.
Would you do drugs with your family?
It depends on the drugs. It depends on the family member.
I'd do blow with my
Are you
family.
getting in a drum circle with your?
Yeah.
Mark,
Because those
Mark,
niggas,
what drugs
those
did you with
niggas
your
low key need to
family?
work some shit out.
What I'm not doing any drugs with my family, especially my extended family. Absolutely.
No. Like your
immediate family.
Your
Mom,
immediate family.
dad, sister.
If Tony sat down with like an eighth of shrooms and was like, "Split this with me, son. Tonight's about us."
I think you got
There's
to.
no way.
I think you got to.
There's no way.
You know, it's not even that, because Ronnie would never do that. If my dad sat down and said, "We need to figure some shit out. Let's do this," knowing what I know about mushrooms,
Honestly,
I'm doing them. I got some shit I need to get off my chest.
there's no way it's mushrooms. It's probably gonna be like weed or something.
That's fine. Would you do
If
it?
it was weed, yeah.
I mean, it's my dad. He wants to have a heart to
I'm
heart.
about to call that nigga. I'm about to be like, "Look, you got to do something to make you."
I mean, that's the same thing as your dad handing you a cigar and be like, "Yeah,
No,
let's."
it's not.
No,
my
it's
dad,
not the
My
same
dad
thing.
handed
It's
me
the same
liquor,
thing.
and look at me.
Sad.
An alcoholic.
Yeah, but the relationship is a little different here.
Yeah,
That's
your-
true.
Your dad loves you.
That's crazy.
Oh,
That's
brother.
crazy to say.
Oh,
That's
wow.
crazy.
No, my dad loves me. He's a good dad.
I would say this. I don't feel like I know for a fact. Like, I don't think I would sit down and do drugs.
You wouldn't do shrooms with Angelique?
I wouldn't do shrooms with my mom, but I would
What if she
probably
took you
sit
to a
down and have a
cabin?
drink.
What if she took you to the cabin? If it's like the Amesville cabin.
Well, she pulled out a.
And she was like, "Tyler, hit the hot tub with me." And I'll sit in the hot tub, maybe a glass of wine. I know you both like wine.
Yeah, we drink something
and
like
then
that.
and then she pulls out. I was like, "Let's get real deep. I got this eighth of shrooms." What are you trying to
I'm
talk
probably
about?
gonna do it because like fuck it, like we here.
Hold on, because I know you like to wander. Are you gonna do it and try and wander away from your mom, or are you gonna give her the conversation she wants?
Damn,
That's
I'm
the
gonna have
question
to-
for you.
I feel like you gotta do
I'm
both.
gonna have to suffer. I'm gonna have to suffer through the.
You
through
gotta
the-
do
through the
both.
conversation.
Because, like,
So you're a drug addict. You're gonna take the drugs and suffer because you want the drugs that bad?
oh,
That's kinda what it
brother.
sounds like.
I will fuck with you. That's hilarious. that was hilarious.
That's really what
I
it sounds
loved
like.
But no. But it's like if she really wants to go out of the way, she really wants to have this conversation. It's not just because oh I want to do I don't want to do mushrooms. I'm gonna like do it. No, it's gonna be like okay. It's like she wants the conversation, so I'm gonna have the conversation with her. Never gonna be mad to have a good conversation with my mom.
You know what's funny is like talking to all of you and like just knowing how my relationship with my parents works. No one's relationship with their parents is perfect, and if it is, Godspeed. Jesus Christ.
Mark has a.
It's something.
I feel like
no, but that's what I'm saying. It's not perfect. I
My-
feel like from
my
what I've known
relationship
since
is not
knowing you
perfect.
guys since high school, the amount of shit we had talked about our parents or just had watched, especially some more of us than others. I think our relationship is way better than I thought it ever would be after hearing just how we were as children. But then again,
Yeah,
we're
but
fucking stupid, crazy kids.
As you grow up, you like get more mature and things aren't.
You realize-
you get more forgiving.
You
and
understand
tactful.
why they are the way that they're saying. It's where it's
Yeah,
like you
you-
can't forgive them, but you understand why.
Yeah, you can't excuse it, but you can explain
Yeah.
shit, and
I
you
feel
can you
like-
get the context to it. Because now you're older and you have the context.
That's why you have to forgive and let be sometimes.
I feel like some.
No, sometimes you got to run hands, Mark.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie. Phil's dad is beating all of us up.
Probably.
No, all of us. Tyler, don't even make that face over
I
there.
didn't say. I didn't make no face. I just
I
sat there.
made the same face the first time, and then that nigga yelled at me for the first time. Once I got adopted into that family like full time, that nigga yelled at me, and my tail was between my legs.
I won't lie to you.
I felt like Roddy
I
was
feel
yelling
like
at me.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I have a bad. I think I have a really good relationship. I know for a fact I have a really good relationship with my mom. That if I need to talk about anything, that she's down to talk, that she's down to listen, and
Yeah.
we can do the 1-2-1-2. So I've never been worried and or like scared to have a conversation, especially now at the age that I'm living in now. It ain't nothing but a thing for real. And I feel like. I don't think I have a perfect relationship with my mother, but I think I have a really good relationship with her.
I don't think
Better
anybody.
than most.
What do you categorize as a perfect relationship?
There's no such thing as perfect.
I think.
it's something to strive
I think
for,
we're
but
gonna
it's
have a perfect
unattainable.
Relationship with your parents. 'cause
I think
your
as long
parents-
as it's positive, it's basically the closest you can get to perfect.
that's
That's fair. I don't hate that. I think that's pretty
Because
accurate.
a lot of people, even people there, I feel like there are people who love their parents more in a toxic relationship than people who have a healthy relationship. Because the toxic love is something that you'll never understand. Where it's like you feel for the parental unit, especially when you get older and you look at it, you realize sometimes parents do have shitty lives that they don't want to tell us about because they have to be strong for us.
Especially when they
They're-
tell you
they're
about
just doing toxic
Money
shit.
problems.
money
problems or, like,
relationship problems,
the way that they were
the
raised.
way that they were raised, shit like that. Like I'll put it this way: I know a lot about my dad, but that's off topic. Some other shit that I found out. Some of the shit he doesn't even remember telling me. But I don't know dick about my mom. I literally don't know anything about my mom's childhood.
See, I feel like I have the opposite with my parents, where I've learned so much more about my parents, and they raised me, and they don't know anything about me. So it's
you're
like
fucking mysterious because I'm your best friend and I don't know dick about you.
mysterious, autistic. That's the right word.
That's
Let's use the
crazy.
right word.
That's crazy to say.
No, he's autistic.
Probably, yeah.
I feel like you just don't open up to people.
Certain people, yeah, and at certain times.
you-
yeah.
you have
the
a
drugs and
handful.
it'll change your life.
But like, I feel like at times, like when you're a kid, you don't trust your parents. I feel like you
I'm grown. I don't trust my parents.
exactly. So why are you gonna open up to
Phil
somebody you
doesn't
don't
trust us, and we're his closest 3 friends.
Hold on.
He's the most fucking paranoid person I know.
That's fair.
I feel like there are times where I'm asleep and he like gazes over me like this dude's gonna kill me one day. I should kill him right now in his sleep.
That's crazy. That's like you. That if
I don't
that's
think you
happening,
could kill me unless I did something like earth-shattering to you.
Exactly, and I feel like you could kill me for sneezing wrong.
That's fair.
See, yeah,
Not sneezing wrong, but
you're
I
a
would be.
crazy.
I would be
person.
quicker to snap than you would in terms of like.
I would
between us.
Shawn Michaels. I'm sorry while I had to kill you, and you'd be like, no, he fucking deserved it. I'm glad it was me
Double
to take him
tap.
out.
I feel like
Sometimes I get it, and I love the Phil's the craziest one of the bunch jokes, and then there's sometimes
Is it really
where
a
it's-
joke?
And then there's that's what I'm about to get to. It's like sometimes it's said, and I laugh it off because there's an air of truth to the jokes, and then it's really like, oh, well, that's not good.
It shouldn't be like
that
that.
nigga
but
be
I
like
wish a
that
nigga
nigga
would.
sit there.
I feel bad.
No, what happens is a nigga gets
Wait, why do you
self-conscious.
feel bad?
That nigga gets
Yeah, that's what it is.
That nigga be like,
Makes no sense.
that nigga get self-conscious. Be like, man, like, is it really that bad?
Is it
Like,
that bad? Is that
is it, if
noticeable?
it's, is it that obvious? Like, I'm really just like, it's like that.
They're on to me.
Honestly,
I got it. I thought we had a couple more years of peace together, but here we are. At the
Preemptive
crossroads.
strike.
Phil's gearing up his troops and setting his nuke launch codes right now.
We're playing a game of Risk right now, boys. You don't even know.
No one else
I
is
want to play
playing.
Risk so
Yeah,
bad.
that's
Phil is the only one
crazy.
taking- we're still setting up the board. Phil's taking turns.
Yeah. I feel like that's the thing, right? I feel like as you get older, I personally think it's kind of weird that when you get older, you don't have conversations about your childhood with your parents. I think you're a psychopath. Your childhood was not that good.
Yes and no, because another thing is like I've been reading into like some like psychiatry shit. When like parents say
brother.
you're talking back, no, like hear me out here, because I feel like you're gonna understand this. Where parents will be like, your childhood wasn't that bad, it was this and that, and it's like you really don't remember it how it really was, because like you were worried about other things. You had other kids to deal with. I have my personal experience, but you have other kids, money problems, and all that to deal with.
Okay, well, you also caveat that with the fact that, like, you have your own confirmation bias, and as you are an underdeveloped kid, things change. Your memories warp over
It's
time.
not
So
about
there are
that. No, it's
things
about
that,
like basic things that happened in my childhood. I'll be like, this happened, and my parents will be like, that didn't happen like that. It happened like that. And I'm like, no, it did. No, it did. It happened just like that. And I'm not gonna put my feelings behind it. I'm not gonna say how I feel, but like detail. It happened like this.
There's certain things that just get stamped in your head.
Yeah, no, the things that are like
That's fair. No,
things
I
that
get it.
can't- Things that I can't forget that you're gonna tell me they didn't happen like that, and now I'm the one setting up my
little
risk
nigga, why you
pieces.
trying to say I'm lying right now, little nigga? Like, I'm
Yes.
telling the
And then
truth.
I hate when. Hey, listen. If we have kids on this channel, if your parents ever hit you with the "you're talking back and you're spitting facts," stand on that. Take that ass whooping, because that's crazy. Trust me. When you get older and you get hit them with that trauma shit or threaten to send them to a home, you got the nukes and they don't.
Yeah, no.
That's crazy.
No,
you just
no,
sat on
that-
you just sat on a time bomb for
No,
about
deadass.
about 30 years.
I'm not gonna fake. I don't want to overshare here, but fuck it. If we're gonna be influencers, one day we're gonna be influencers. My life's gonna get picked apart regardless. There have literally been times where I sat on shit for a long time, and then me and my parents got into arguments, and I told them what it really was, and they looked at me dumbfounded.
See, I don't have
And I
those
was like-
conversations. I just let it sit, fester.
Oh no, yeah, you let it fester for too long. I was waiting in the corner. I took my ass whooping, and then I
Yep.
got him. And then
See-
they looked at me so crazy, like, and it was like, no, I've been saying this for years, but now that I'm an adult, now that I'm standing on it, and you can't really put your hands on me, yes.
Do your parents ever hit you with hypotheticals?
I agree. I agree with the mindset that you're saying, but I agree that I take it further because I'm not waiting in the shadows to
'cause you're
strike you.
diabolical.
I'm
Yeah.
waiting to the end.
Phil,
I'm
you're
the
a
sniper
fucking
lining up the
super
shot.
villain.
So time out. Mark.
Remember a couple days ago when I said, "Am I in my villain era?" And you're like, "No," and I was like, "Yeah,
You're an
for
anti-hero.
sure." I don't think so.
Anti-villain, maybe.
I don't want to be a villain, but I am a villain.
Anti-villain,
Yeah.
yeah. How do you say this, Mark? So what do you mean by, like, taking shots?
What do you mean taking shots?
He asked about hypothetical.
I said
Oh,
hypotheticals.
like, what type of hypotheticals? My bad.
So like my dad will be like, there's a lot of memories I have with like my grandfather, and he's like, oh, what if I do this just like your grandfather? And I'm like, Dad, I'm putting you in a home. I'm not dealing with
I
that.
used to set the hypotheticals with my parents every once in a while when I was a kid. I was probably like 10 years old, and I would hit them with various hypotheticals to like put some feelers out there to see how
Right.
they would react to situations.
And then they weren't hypotheticals, and they were shit that Phil was really doing.
And yeah, sometimes.
Well-
Sometimes it was the setup. It was the feint before the 1-2 punch, and sometimes it was the bear trap I'm laying in the woods later.
I'm not gonna expose anyone here, but one of the craziest things that was a hypothetical that ended up being real was a trip I was on with someone here's family, and they got into it with their parental unit, and just sitting there watching them be like, "You didn't know," and watching the dad cave, kind of how like my parents had caved in some of our conversations, was like, I'm glad that other people deal with this. I'm not glad other people deal with the trauma, but I feel normal.
You're glad that you're not alone.
I felt normal in that situation.
I feel like
I find it so awkward because I don't have those conversations with my parents, and then sometimes, usually like when you're drinking, your inhibitions are lowered and stuff like that, or like there'll be times where I'll be around people I'm comfortable with, and then my parents will get folded into the mix, and I'll just be a little too confident about what I'm saying, and it will be some crazy shit that I shouldn't say at that point in time. It's like a conversation that you should have, but just not the right place.
yeah.
And then it'll always happen, and it gets really awkward, and I'm the only one that doesn't care that it's awkward
only one
because I
saying it on
really
business.
like awkward situations. I
'cause you're a
love.
villain.
I grew up on the
He's
internet
a
off.
villain.
I grew up off cringy humor and cringe compilations and just watching horrific shit on the internet. So
iFunny.
like, no, I stayed away from
I
iFunny because I
loved
never thought
iFunny.
iFunny was funny.
Bro, you could get into
I
some
was in
iFunny
better
shit.
and worse corners of the internet.
iFunny was
Mark.
like an introduction to
I
not-
skipped
not
iFunny
Reddit,
and just went
not
to
Reddit.
4chan.
What's the other one?
4chan?
4chan.
I
That's
skipped
like-
iFunny and went to 4chan.
Oh,
And then
okay, so you still
4chan
got
was
it.
just
Yeah,
like
I know.
nothing but like trans porn after a while. So I was like, you know what? I came here for the memes.
You want to see something crazy?
Oh,
This is my
brother!
old phone though.
What?
I have 9gag. On my phone.
9gag?
I created an account. I've never been on 9gag.
It's
and
not
I don't even know how to use
good.
it, but it's there.
Are you happy about it? Does it make you happy? Did it make you happy?
Have you guys ever made a meme when you were a small child?
I've never. No, I don't know how to make memes.
I when I was in like 5th, 6th grade when I first got like Instagram and shit, I would like steal memes and then try and like rewrite the memes
Yeah.
and then put it, and it never made sense to anybody but me because I just lived
Those are
on
the best
internet.
ones though.
And it was like
No,
it'd be
they're
funny.
not. They're
Yes,
the
they are.
worst
As
ones.
long as I think it's funny, I don't care what you think.
No, that's fair. I get that, Mark.
That
I
is
like
some
that,
real,
but like
that's some real like just ego shit to be like, I don't give a fuck if they think it's funny. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
If you're telling a joke and you're the only one laughing at the joke, it's not a joke.
That's
No,
how,
that means it's a
that's how
successful
a lot of
joke.
comedians work. A lot
Yeah.
of comedians, if their joke is funny to them, then it has to be funny to everyone. It's confidence.
Yeah.
No.
If you tell it to enough people, enough people will
compare
laugh.
this to other shit. My Riz should not work. You niggas look at my Riz sometimes and it's nasty, it's corny, it's crazy. It should not work. But because of how confident I am, it's not even about the Riz at that point.
Sometimes
it's about like
it's just the bitches you
he
talking
really
to.
My
You talking
God.
to some like really down bad bitches for real.
oh brother.
That's mean. That's mean.
respect my authority. No, he right. I'm one to admit when I'm wrong. Look, I'm one to admit when I'm wrong. That's cool. But There's also some bitches that it shouldn't work on that it do though. So dab me up on that. Right? Yeah, okay, for sure. I'm glad the mutual respect is there.
Hey,
Because
listen.
I was about to get heated.
That's the bell curve.
So
We got kind of deep for a minute. Like,
did.
yeah, let's go to a new topic. What are we talking about now?
This past weekend, the Country Music Awards happened, and one of the what is it? Tracy Chapman, she won.
You're gonna get Phil really angry.
What are we gonna do with this topic, Tom?
I just want to inform the people. I just wanted the people to be informed.
I'm hip to the CMAs. We can talk.
Tracy Chapman, she won.
Did Rascal Flatts sweep?
No. No, they didn't, Mark, because country music's not that
Shut
bad.
up, Mark.
I would just say Tracy Chapman won Song of the Year at this past Country Music Awards.
What was the song?
Well, it was. I don't think it was her song, but it wasn't her song.
No.
But I think
It was a
I
song
don't
that she
believe so.
wrote.
She was
it a
sampled.
cover?
Yeah, no, she got sampled.
she got sampled by who's it? Luke Combs for Fast Cars.
Yep.
And that won the West Face. And she's a local
heard that one.
Cleveland
Shout out to
legend.
Luke Combs.
There's some shit. I'm not gonna lie. It's funny because like Phil, like it looks like Phil hates country music.
I
It's
know,
just
he
Phil
hates
doesn't like modern country music.
Yeah, no, post 9/11 country music is really like commercial.
Really terrible.
No, Phil, I think you're just not.
I like old country music.
No,
Phil's
I
putting
feel like
out
you're
some
just
shit.
not listening sometimes.
Don't
Because there's
don't
some
even
songs,
do that to
no,
me,
because
Mark.
there's some songs that he likes.
I understand what you're saying with
The
like
commercial
the
country
Toby
market is
Keith,
nasty.
like the early 2000s, like all the way to the early 2010s. You're right.
Even the last few years, when you from like 2016 up, when you had like Florida Georgia Line bullshit, that was really
that was
popular.
fucking shitty.
Exactly.
off-
like it's
First
still
off, Florida
a
Georgia Line wasn't
prevalent.
that bad. They run.
No, they're bad.
Hear me out. Can I get? Can I
They're
get
just
some,
country
can I
chain
get some sympathy
smokers.
here?
Don't even say that because he likes the Chainsmokers too, and they're not good.
You know what? No, because I knew what my fallacies were on the Chainsmokers. Him saying that, I had a connection just in my head. He's right. He's right. I don't have anything else to say. He's right. But what I was
We got
gonna
him.
say,
Stinky.
wow. I was gonna say the nostalgia for Florida Georgia Line came from WWE 2K15,
Really?
but like that makes sense because the nostalgia from the Chainsmokers came from I Want to Be Like Kanye and me being a Kanye fan at that time. I had a 1 year period where I was a Kanye fan. It was right before my Drake era. Because look, I'll put it
How
this
long
way.
have you been in your Drake era?
Right after me and Tyler stopped living together. Because when me and Tyler lived together, I was not a Drake fan. I used to actively hate on Drake. I actively hated on Jack Harlow. As soon as me and Tyler stopped living living with each other, and I went back to my mom's house and he was still in the apartment, I magically became a Jack Harlow and Drake fan. And then I remember one time we were sitting there. It was just a time that me and Tyler were kicking it,
He's infectious.
and we were talking Drake, and he really went. He was like
an
literally
infection.
last year, like you did not fuck with Drake, and I was like shh.
Okay, wait. This brings me to something that I wanted to ask you guys off camera, or save this for a later episode. But I
Fuck
do.
it, we're here.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So earlier this year, there was a few albums we were really excited for. And as somebody who's not like the biggest Jack Harlow fan, I came into this album with low expectations. It was Jackman.
Jackman is raw.
Where does that still stand against a lot of the other albums that has come out this year?
That is top 5 this year.
5.
That's top 5 this year.
5.
He didn't get
No, it's
nominated for
number
a
5.
Grammy though.
Did you really listen to what he was saying?
Yes, I spent a good amount of time.
Look,
I
I'll
really
put
like
this
that
out.
album. I have it at like 9.
The thing with Jackman for me is that Jack Harlow is conscious.
Oh, we could.
Jack
talk
Harlow is conscious enough to understand that he is part.
Freeform jazz.
I don't want to say he's part of the problem, but he's like he understands where white people stand when it comes to hip hop, and he understands why black people get so upset at white people. So like with Common Ground, he wasn't just taking accountability; he was also talking about himself because he did grow up in the hood of Kentucky, and he was talking about, "Hey, I watched this shit happen, but I know what I am and I know what I'm not." And that whole album was pretty much just conscious. That was old Jack Harlow. That was Jack Harlow I didn't like when Tyler showed me Jack Harlow, but he did it not in a poppy way, but he did it in a more digestible way.
If that's 5, what are your first 4? I'm gonna disagree heavily with this. I
You
already
can disagree
know.
heavily. If it makes you feel any better, before I even do my top 5 albums,
You're gonna disagree with the shit that I put up, so like it don't matter.
Drake did not make my top 5 this year.
An album,
Shocking to me, but I
Drake
respect
did
it.
not make my top 5
That's
this year.
great.
especially since
Honestly,
you called it a
the
9.5.
The number 1 album this year, and I haven't told you. I've been waiting for this, like for you to bring something up. Like DJ Muggs' album is the number 1 for me this year. Like actually, the DJ Muggs album,
Tyler,
some more conscious rap.
I've been talking about this for months.
Was it who was it?
No.
Was it
For
Conway or
months.
Benny that released an album this year?
Conway.
Conway.
And that album was
Conway's 2 then.
Conway's. Oh wait,
Conway
no,
is
I was
too.
thinking of the West Side Gun album.
What is-
I was
was
gonna
thinking-
okay, no,
Wait,
I
what
really
you-
like the
I was
Conway
like,
album.
what are you
West
talking
Side-
No,
about?
no, no. The
West
West
Side
Side Gun album was
West Side Gun is top
disappointing.
15 to me.
Disappointing.
Number 3. I'm kind of doing this off the top of my head, but I have an idea for everybody. I'm trying to rank them. I know that DJ Muggs is 1 for me, and I know that fucking Jackman is number 5. I need to find those filler placers, like what's going in between them. I knew Jackman couldn't be higher because he wasn't at his best lyrical ability, and I knew DJ Muggs was number 1 because of
The features,
the features,
the
and
instrumentals,
yeah.
very solid all around
I've
album.
grown to Scare 'em the Hose by Danny Brown and JPEG Mafia.
I
but
have a
Phil
biased.
knows me
I have a
best.
biased opinion on that album because I saw it live.
Phil knows me best. I can't get with those instrumentals. That weird, wacky hip hop shit is not for me.
The abstract hip hop shit, like it's hit or miss for me, but when it hits, it hits. And that album,
Let me look up
that
what
album
hip-hop
has
albums came
me
out
like
this
a
year.
straight jacket.
So
Go ahead, Mark. You go.
I mean, they released
There's
the
some of your favorites. It
they
doesn't have
released
to be
the
a strict
Grammy-
top 5 because we're gonna circle back to top 10 and top 5 lists by the end of December, early January.
they released
Oh,
the Grammy
oh,
nominations.
Magic 3 came out this year. Banger.
You think Magic 3 was better than Magic 2?
No.
Yes.
Gumbo by Magic Nudie. Magic Nudie.
Young Nudie?
Young Nudie came out
Oh, that
this
was a
year.
great fucking album.
You know, I hate Youngboy. I will give him no credit. The Youngboy album this year was not terrible.
It was solid.
It's in my top 10.
He's very hit or miss with
It's
his
in my
albums.
top 10. I'm not going to revisit it off of hate. But when my first listen through, he did that. Maxo had a good album this year.
Maxwell did have a good album.
Babyface Ray had a cool album.
Babyface Ray is overrated in my opinion.
He is, but
No, you're wrong.
I
Oh,
saw
Mick
him live.
Jenkins this year? Mick Jenkins was heat. That's
The
another thing.
Patience is such a good fucking album. Not as good as Pieces of a Man, but I really
You want to
did
hear my
like.
bottom 5 fucking album? Pink Tape was dog shit. Fuck
It
you
was
guys.
alright.
Lil Pump fucking released an album this year. It wasn't terrible.
Nobody listened.
It was Lil Pump too.
probably.
Some
Fucking
people
Jay
listen.
Huss released an album this year.
It was cool.
It was cool.
I heard like parts of it. I have
And
to like
then
go and really
The
visit that
Alchemist
one.
released an album this year. Also cool. If no one knew that though, Macklemore released an album this year. In case anyone cared.
They didn't,
No,
but
That's
It wasn't.
crazy.
It wasn't bad.
it wasn't bad.
Hey, I'm gonna give you 3 off top. Listen, the best album to me this year
He's gonna say For the Dogs at number 2.
is For All the Dogs. That's number 1.
It's not-
No.
It's
Number
not,
2,
not cracking top 5.
it is top 5. It is top 5. It's easily one of the best albums to release. Don't care.
Did y'all
don't
listen
give
to
a
Larry
fuck
June this year?
What genre you're talking
It was
about? 2.
after the hype died down, the Larry June and the Alchemist thing with like the hand on the steering wheel and shit. I don't remember what it's called, but like it was a good album. But then when I revisited it after the hype died down, I was like, this is really just like pretty good. This is cool.
So 2 has to be Conway. I don't see.
Conway album was better than For All the Dogs
it
by
wasn't.
a wide margin.
It wasn't. It really wasn't. I love the Conway album. Conway easy number 2 for me. Number 3 has to be Paramore. The Paramore album that came out this year.
Oh,
I thought we
Paramore
were
did
talking
have a really
hip-hop.
good
I
album.
thought we were talking hip hop.
No, I'm talking about
Paramore
all
did have a
genres.
We were
really
talking
good
about all
album.
albums. Hold on, let me revisit real quick
I would
because
say Paramore is
Olivia Rodrigo
easily-
really cracked top 3 for me. If we're talking all albums,
Olivia Rodrigo didn't crap shit for me.
oh,
if
you're
we're
sick.
talking
No,
all albums,
she did this.
It's
one.
Grammy nominated.
She did this one.
That don't
She-
mean
she did this
shit.
we're gonna include like all different types of music and stuff right
All
now.
albums, Olivia Rodrigo.
This year's Mitski album.
And I gotta give
This year's
I have to
Mitski
give
album
a
had me.
very big shout out to Carter Cloud because for me personally,
It was
that's
great.
that's personally in my
It
top
was
5.
good.
I think Carter.
Put Carter Cloud in your top 5
Yes,
of all music.
yes, that
I know. I fuck with that because he has my favorite song of the year. Like literally, my favorite song of the year is "Intoxicated Loving" by Carter Cloud.
I thought you
I
said
Love
I Love
OU
OU.
is in my top 10.
I think Mariah's better than both of those.
I think Hennessy.
Woo!
I think Hennessy is the best song on that album.
I was there when
It
you
is
wrote-
not.
Look, hold
I
on.
think Hennessy is the
I'm
best
be
song
honest.
on that
I'll
album.
be
Hennessy
honest.
is
I
like,
love
not.
I
Hennessy.
was
not
there.
the best
I was
song
there
on
when
that
he
album.
wrote Hennessy. I understand what he's saying in that song. It's just not in time. You can't get that fake ID past me. I know the real you. Come on, man. He was. One thing about them niggas from Cleveland, y'all don't put no respect on them.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
because
say,
we
well,
don't
you
have
like
an
that.
establishment.
I'm from.
of music.
I get it. I'm from. It's Cleveland. Cleveland people don't put Cleveland respect on nothing.
I put respect on them. Y'all need to get hit with some Cleveland artists because we really got some shits in us.
Who are our heavy hitters right now?
We don't have any heavy hitters, but we got 6 million
MGK.
viewers.
Carter
We
Cloud.
got.
Also, that MGK T Grizzly song.
It was
Oh.
good. It was good.
Oh.
It was good.
Oh.
That was a great
Wow.
song.
Oh.
Damn. Y'all niggas went crazy for that.
And
Hold on,
Chica's
don't
rapping
put me
again.
into that because I said it was good. I said it was good. I didn't do all that. Tyler. Don't lump me in with that bullshit.
I apologize. I'm working Xavier. We kind of went crazy.
That was a hard ass
hold
song.
Hold on.
That was
time
a
out.
hard ass song.
Let me say this. I really do like The Sopranos. I think The Sopranos is a really good song. Like dead ass, hands down. Think that's a really good song. I'm not as bullish on it as you guys are.
No, T Grizzly slid. MGK slid. No, that was.
I
hip-hop.
think one of the people.
T-Grizzly
I
kinda
think,
That
ate
wasn't
him on it.
rapping. That was street hopping.
T Grizzly ate him on it.
He
oh no, I wouldn't say that.
I
I
wouldn't
think
say hate him.
I think
I said he
Kels. I
outdid
think
him.
Kels. I think Kels ate T on it.
No,
Kel's
I don't know.
eight.
No. I'd say T Grizzly rapped better, but
I don't know.
but
about that.
MGK coming off the music he was making to come back and still hold his own like that.
He still
To
raps.
throw them punches.
I mean, he still raps.
He
He
wasn't
does,
rapping like
but he
that.
don't rap
no,
like
that
that.
was Wild Boy Kells. That was 2012 snapback wearing
Oh my
Obey
God.
Kells. Don't ever disrespect my.
It
man.
never
That was
left.
the best kills.
He never
That
left.
was the best.
Like his verse
I
on the
got baseball
double
bats
XL
like
side.
the Indians with my team pop off like Cowboys. No, I was there. My first party I ever went to was in 6th grade, and that when that song played, I caught my first twerk. MGK got it for me. I'll tell him that if I ever see him.
Personally, if you ask me, I
I
think
hope he ruffles your hair and tells you to
think-
scamper along.
I think T Grizzly is one of those
I'm
artists.
trot prettily.
I think T Grizzly is one of those artists that, in a sense, he had a really big song. First 2-3 albums were really good.
Niggas don't
They
put
were
no
very
respect
big,
on him.
and then he
Y'all
kept
put
releasing
niggas
good
like-
music. He keeps releasing
And
good
y'all
music.
say niggas like
Hasn't
Babyface Ray
really
are
released
better.
bad music,
He's
and
not.
people just haven't paid attention to it.
I think it's not that people stop. Well, people did stop paying attention, but I think there was a reason for people to stop paying attention
Because
to
he
T Grizzly.
wasn't making like he's not like that big of an artist, and people
It's not
expected
even.
more.
It's not even just. It's. I mean, yeah,
They
people
expected way more.
People expected more because you had all that potential and everything was good, and then they kept getting the same shit every album, and it's not bad.
I don't think they were.
Not the same.
Don't
shit.
think
Did
they
you hear
were.
any of his story-based raps?
Yes, and they're good.
They're not good.
They're
great.
great.
That's some of the best hip hop that we've received in the last 10
He
years.
really he's
Genuinely,
really good at telling
those
a story.
Stories are some of the best hip hop we've received in the
They're
last 10 years.
very good.
I think
But
Like, first day out-
every T Grizzly song.
First day out, I
sounds-
felt like he was talking to me. Like I was in the
T
room
Grizzly
during
is
that
very
conversation.
formulaic.
Don't sit here and say formulaic rap is the reason why he's not successful when we have people who shouldn't. Youngboy has 80,000 tapes. It all sounds the same. 80,000 tapes.
He also has a cult fan base, and any
Yeah,
rapper, no
that's
matter
true.
how good or bad you are, if you have a cult fan base
You're
that is
gonna do
always going to
something.
push your shit, it doesn't matter how formulaic or good or bad you are. That cult is going to push you.
How do I make niggas leave their cult? Come to a T Grizzly cult. Come to a Carter Cloud cult. Please listen to Carter Cloud. I make money off that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Please, Phil owns
But
one of his songs.
one of the
I
one of
do.
my-
I own the rights to Two Tone. Actually, no, Fashodi. He gambled Fashodi's rights to me.
You almost had 2 Tone.
I almost got them both.
If I'm gonna be honest, I think one of the songs I really do love this year is very much "Gorgeous" by T Grizzly and Skilla Baby. Probably one of my favorite
Skilla Baby
songs.
is cool.
You know, for as big I've had an arc this year, and it was very heavy in the early year of my love for Babytron, and it was like crazy coming in from last year, and then it was at a tight,
Then you
and
just
then
dropped.
it hasn't like completely dropped off. I still listen to a lot of like his last few years of music, but like the last 2 albums that he's put out have left me very underwhelmed, and it makes me sad
a
because he's
formulaic
very
rapper.
good. He is formulaic, yes. Babytron does have a
I'm
formula.
gonna keep
Well, he
dick
does-
sucking. Hold on, I'm gonna keep dick sucking my niggas. Carter Cloud open for Babytron.
Babytron's coming back in March.
Carter Cloud gonna be there again.
I feel like the thing, especially with like a lot of Detroit artists, they very much stick to the sound that they know, the sound that they're very
It's
comfortable
the
with.
Flint rap. That's the worst part because it's not even Detroit artists. It's not even Michigan artists. It's Flint rap, and it doesn't matter where in Detroit you're from.
You know, in terms of, I'm just gonna say Michigan encompassing.
Okay.
You know who always like never stops surprising me?
Eminem.
BFB to Pac-Man.
Pac-Man is one of the best Michigan
He's
rappers
really,
of all time.
he's really good, and then I forget about him, and I see like a new single or a snippet comes up, and I listen to it, and I'm like, holy shit, there he goes again.
He's-
And then I forget about him again, but every time I listen to him,
He's
I
not
really enjoy
Menace
it.
Formulaic. He's one of those dudes who will take his formula.
It's kind of gimmicky.
He can put it on new.
Well, but isn't
sounds
that whole sound and scene just like shit talking other people?
Imagine
Not really.
No, imagine Lil Dicky, but like
Yeah.
No, it's like roasting people.
They're not roasting. They're
Kind of.
No,
It's
no,
very
no.
outlandish bars, but like it's not
It's
always just
very- it's
roasting
very
people.
Like
Punch-
I'm
it's
I'm
very
making somebody
punch-
else a
It's-
punchline.
it's all
comedy.
punchlines.
it's a form
Yeah.
of comedy rap.
It's
Yeah.
not comedy because
No, no.
It doesn't have to be. You can have punchlines without it
No,
being
no.
comedic.
Well, no, you
but
need to
like,
be there. You need to
Punch
know
rap-
what's going on for it to
punch
be.
rap and comedy rap are different, but punchy comedy rap is that's
yeah,
where Pac-Man is successful.
it's a good setup
Yeah.
together,
Co-
but like
Pac-Man
But
is
I feel
set
like
up
a lot of-
punchline, set up
Pac-Man is
punchline.
comedy rap. He dogs himself for half of every song and then talks shit about how niggas not as good as him.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that on the simple fact that I think it's for him it's like that. But I feel like for a lot of them have like their own like they have a
Oh,
very.
no, I'm just talking about Pac-Man.
Oh,
period.
okay. I feel like for a lot of other Detroit, especially Detroit rappers,
They're
it's very much
punch guys.
punchline. It's very punchline, but it's also like Chicago. Everyone, I don't give a fuck where you from,
The Chicago
north,
drill
south,
scene.
or whatever. Everyone is copying off of what Chief Keef and a lot of the Chicago guys
you can't
made.
even say copying because people were doing that before. The thing about scenes like that.
Not like
No.
not like how they were doing it. Everyone's being
No,
subtle
no,
with
and
it.
no, and
Everyone
that's-
was being subtle.
No, that's
Chicago
the
made it.
success.
Chicago
That's the
made it
success.
popular to.
That's the
No.
success in the
Chicago
cults.
made it popular to outward and just say no. Fuck this person and say their street name.
No,
You
yes.
weren't saying their legal or
No,
say their
yes.
legal name.
No, I understand. What I'm saying is, off the cult fan base, listen to music at the same time. Niggas don't fuck with Lil Reese. Lil Reese was making that music before Chief Keef. Chief Keef just caught on. That's
Yes.
all it was. Lil Reese was saying "fuck Tuka" the day he died before Chief was even old enough to hit the stew. Like that, it's literally just cult fan bases, like you said. Because at the end of the day, Pac-Man's punching like Babytron, but Babytron's more popular. But Pac-Man's a better rapper than Babytron. No, Pac-Man is a better rapper than Babytron. And the reason I say this with confidence is Pac-Man has 2 or 3 like actual songs where he's not just joking. Pac-Man has came out and said, "I don't take this music shit seriously." He's like, "I'm a trapper. I don't care. Police can come and get me." And then he jokes. He jokes. And his jokes are on par with
does
Babytron
Pac-Man
actually
sound
rapping. Even if it's a score or 2 less, it's on par and he's not taking it seriously. And you could tell Lil Dicky can rap better than he raps, but he's Lil Dicky, he doesn't care.
It also gives a lot of other money making avenues.
Exactly.
Hey, shout out to me. I just won fantasy this week. So just
Wait,
big
on
dog,
me?
big dog
On
me.
me?
Let's
Wait.
get it.
What do you mean you just won?
I just
You're
won.
shitty. Hey, but I will say on the topic of like this region of rappers, Rio's better than both of them.
Rio is not better than Pac-Man.
Rio's better than both of them.
Rio, who's that?
Rio the Young OG.
He's like Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah.
I don't know if. Hey, I can't wait till Big Key get out of jail.
Oh, Big Key is nice.
Hey, when Big Key get out
Big
of
Key-
jail,
I gotta
think-
spend some more time on Big
I think
Key.
it's over for some of you. Listen, I'm gonna go play.
I gotta spend
hey,
some
I'm
more
gonna lie to
time
you.
with him.
Mark, if you don't mind, if I can like get a speaker or something, I can play some Big Key after this. We listen.
We got
Hey,
that on
this
TV.
new-
I mean, you could play it on YouTube afterwards.
oh, bet say less because they
No, Big Key's got some
Oh,
nice
listen.
songs. I haven't done the whole deep dive
that
on YouTube,
nigga,
but he's nice.
listen, when I say that they just
Tyler,
be.
I'm not trading shit with you this week.
Oh Jesus.
Hold up, can we transition real quick?
Yeah,
Transition,
lay it
what we
on us,
transition
Mark.
to?
So, in the topic of music, I
Oh,
know
I'm beating Mark's ass, too.
everybody just shared their favorite albums of the year. So the Grammys nominees list just got, like they dropped everything.
Drake
Will-
winning a
will-
Grammy. This
So,
year.
probably he moves
some of the ones
numbers.
I want to talk about is best rap album. So
Just gonna hit my mic like that.
the albums that were
Fat
nominated
slow.
were Her Loss,
$100 fantasy league.
Drake and 21 Savage, Michael by Killer Mike, Heroes and Villains by Metro
Shout
Boomin,
out Killer Mike.
King's Disease
Killer
3
Mike
by
album was really
Nas, and
Shout
Utopia
out
by
Killer
Travis
Mike.
Scott.
What was
I
the
think-
first?
Who got snubbed?
What were the first 2 nominees?
It was Her Loss, Drake and 21
Easy
Savage,
Conway.
and Michael by Killer Mike.
Easily Conway. Conway's been getting snubbed for the past like
Conway's-
3 years. Conway's been
Conway
getting
should
snubbed.
get up there.
Benny
Killer
sh-
Mike
Benny's
should
been
get
subbed.
the dub, but
I don't
he's
think
not.
he should get a dub.
Xavier, as the Nas aficionado, do you think he should have been nominated?
Killer Mike should
Did-
win
did
it.
he get
Her
nominated?
Loss
He got
is
nominated
probably
for
gonna
Best
win
Rap
it off
Album.
numbers.
I think that he
disagree with
deserves
that.
to get.
I don't.
I think he deserves to get nominated. I think that is number 5 in that list. Out of the 5 people who got nominated, I think he's number 5.
Ooh, the Nas album.
I think if you look at it, if you're looking at just the Grammys, the best rap album that for this year, I feel like what will win it is probably I'm leaning towards Utopia.
Utopia should not win it.
No.
I think Utopia is going to win it, or I think that the Metro Boomin album takes it. I'll be very
wait. So are the
fan,
Grammys? The Grammys have their own like committee that picks the winners, right?
Yes, they have
It's not
voters.
voted upon.
They have voters.
But who are the voters? Are they like journalists, or are they like the small committee?
I'm about to say that's a very good question. I don't know the answer to that question because it's a mix. It's a mix. How you say this? They have a bunch of voters, and the voters don't have to vote on everything. It's not mandatory for the voters to vote on everything. They vote where they feel most comfortable and where they feel like they have the most knowledge of certain of that genre. So like, if Phil was a voter, Phil would probably vote on pretty much every genre except for, let's say, the country music genre. And if you're Mark, you would only vote on the things that you feel really comfortable on voting for. But they can still vote on something that they're not comfortable with.
So like big names have an advantage because a lot of people know about them more.
Well, yes and no,
because at that point it's probably either going to be Travis or Drake.
I disagree with that because
It'll probably be Drake.
I disagree with that because, no offense, as much people as would say, oh, they just do it off numbers and blah blah blah. It's like when Cardi B won her Grammy, she didn't have the most numbers that year.
Well, but hold on. So you have Nas.
It was
Nas. A lot of people.
Invasion of Privacy.
It was Nipsey. Nipsey was number 2 that year in numbers. In terms of numbers,
a lot of people didn't know about Nipsey though until
but again,
right then and there.
But that was the album that broke him through. And then he died. He died after the Grammys. He didn't die before the Grammys. He died after the Grammys.
Right.
And then you also had Mac. And Swimming did great numbers, and that was before Mac's death. That album did great numbers. So again, it's not. I don't want to get into the whole did Cardi B deserve it or not. I do think that it's wild that she won, but I do think that it is what it is.
Numbers definitely do play a role.
But it's not.
I don't think it's
only
always
role.
the end all be all because there's other shit that comes in play.
Because I feel like you have to have in a sense. I feel like numbers and quality.
It's hard to say because sometimes the most quality thing doesn't win, and sometimes the person with the most numbers doesn't win. It doesn't always coincide together. And then you get into the nooks and crannies of it, and then it just sounds like, oh, the script writers, like when you bullshit about the NFL or something, like
Kendrick winning 2 Grammys for Damn and the last album he just put out.
You know what? It could be Metro Boomin. It could be Metro Boomin. I think
Damn did deserve it.
Damn did not.
Damn is a better album than you portray it to be.
Not
okay.
Is it the best album in his discography? No. Is it way better than you portray it to be? Yes,
no.
Absolutely.
Hold on. Before we get in another rabbit hole, so everybody give me their pick for best rap album.
I need God to come down. I need God to come down and like really start just setting shit straight, and then just be on my side.
Tyler,
what if he's not on your side? What if he's setting shit straight?
Then he's not real. He's not real. Then. He's not real. He's a fake nigga. He's a crazy hobo nigga.
Tyler.
Who's saying he's God.
Tyler.
That's who it was.
Tyler.
What if he's doing miracles, though?
Tyler.
Crazy hobo nigga doing miracles.
That's God.
Tyler.
They wrote the book about that.
Tyler, what if Drake was God and then he came and was like, no, Damn was like a 10 out of 10?
I spit on him.
You're not spitting on Drake.
You're not spitting on God.
Tyler,
what if you turn your spit into wine?
Anybody.
Tyler, hit me
What if
out.
you turn your spit into wine?
Can everybody pick their favorite?
If you spit on Drizzy, I'm running hands with you.
That's okay.
Everybody pick their favorite for best rap album.
My favorite album is For All the Dogs.
No.
That's not For All the Dogs.
No, it's not eligible because I think it got dropped too late. I don't think it's eligible for this.
I tried to tell you niggas that. It's not that.
Okay, so Tyler's picking.
Quarters on hip hop.
Tyler's picking Her Loss. Phil, who's your nominee out of this list?
Oh, man.
Definitely Her Loss. That was definitely winning the Grammy.
Who do I think is going to win? Her Loss. Who probably should win? Killer Mike.
Xavier?
Who do I think is going to win? Her Loss, who is my favorite, King's Disease, but Her Loss is at number 2 on that list.
Okay. I think it's also going to be Her Loss.
That's actually like a really good album. That's another. Listen, as much as
it's
no,
good.
it's not solid.
It's good.
Not solid. Not good.
It's
good. Great.
It's not great.
Listen,
It's
ladies
good.
and gentlemen, don't understand it. That album does not get enough credit. How fucking amazing that album was.
Great. I'm gonna say it's really good.
It is
That's
really
a
good.
great
Fair.
fucking album.
I'm not mad at that.
It's a great fucking
really,
album.
Really good.
I just think they had a bad nominee list because I don't think Utopia was all that
Utopia
crazy.
was that.
I don't think
It was
Utopia,
cool.
Utopia got nominated off the fact that Travis is really Kanye's protege, and
I think it just got nominated because it's Travis.
Your instrumentals were good, and I like the
they're crazy. You
themes
don't
and
gotta
stuff.
say good. It was good. It was great.
I was underwhelmed.
All right.
Off his last 3 albums in a row, even some of his weaker projects,
This is his best produced album. It doesn't have the best hip hop on it. This is his best produced album.
No.
Yes, it is.
I think it's his most
Album was
serious.
produced
I
better.
think it's
Astroworld, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe by a point or two.
this is definitely Travis's
And
most
this
serious
had better
attempt.
rapping than it did on Astroworld.
Yeah.
No.
Astroworld
I
had
think-
2 songs on it. It
I
had
think
Yosemite
I
and the
don't
song with Drake.
think
No,
I don't think
it had
niggas out here giving
far
her
more
loss
than
enough credit.
Utopia
That bitch was
did.
fire.
Okay, so another topic
Utopia
I
was
want to bring up:
incredibly forgettable.
the album of the year category. So this is actually kind of a weird one because it's like a mishmash. So SZA, SOS,
It's SZA.
Okay.
Taylor Swift,
It's
Midnights,
SZA.
Okay.
Guts, Olivia Rodrigo,
Not that one.
The Age of Pleasure, Janelle Monáe.
Good album, but not gonna win.
Did you know that there's a tunnel
Guts.
under the ocean boulevard by Lana Del Rey?
Really good, not gonna win.
It's Guts.
Endless Summer Vacation by
It's
Miley.
not Guts by a country mile. It's not Guts.
I'd bet money it's Guts.
It
Can I
shouldn't
finish?
be Guts.
Can I finish before you?
I'll bet a 6er on it.
The Record by
That's on
Boy
record.
Genius
Christmas sale.
and
Perfect.
World
We're going
Music
big high road.
Great Lakes.
World Music Radio
Christmas Ale we
by
need.
John
No.
Batsy.
I only like the Christmas ales.
John Baptiste.
Ba-
Really?
Uh,
You don't like the Thirsty Dog ones?
it's Batiste, maybe.
Bap-
That was the
Baptiste.
original.
No, there's no P. It's Batiste.
Too bitter.
It's like BATIST.
Taste IPA.
Throw me your phone, please, sir. I would like to.
You know
Honestly,
me,
I
don't
think
got
it's gonna be
feelings.
Taylor Swift.
Me neither, but like the Thirsty Dog ones are good.
Can you hold my mic while I go pee?
Time out. Where is this? Where is this?
It's number 2.
John Bautiste. Yeah, Bautiste. I'm pretty sure John is. I know John. I know his.
Oh, brother. Go on, Tyler.
If you're asking me,
I'm not
what
familiar.
wins, I feel like Guts should win.
It
I
shouldn't.
feel like Guts or
No.
SOS should
Guts is
If you're
beating
going over
SOS
there-
like on quality of album. Guts is not beating like 4 of those albums.
It's also
I
not
disagree
beating.
with that.
It's not beating Taylor
Guts,
Swift.
Guts is not beating the Taylor Swift album. It's not beating the SZA album, and it shouldn't beat the fucking Lana album.
win. I think SOS should win, but I think because Taylor Swift is on a run right now,
She's on
I
a
think
killer run.
I think
Taylor
Taylor
Swift will
wins.
probably take it.
I think
That's
Taylor
kinda
Swift is
crazy
gonna
'cause
take
That's
it.
not
her
crazy
album,
to
'cause
say.
Midnight is actually trash. Actually,
Trash.
shitty
Trash.
album.
I'm not even a
Garbage
Taylor
album.
person. I don't like Taylor
Garbage
that much.
album.
No, it's better than
Garbage.
Guts.
Dumb bitch.
Why do you?
Fuck her.
Why do you think it's
Because
garbage?
it's bad. It's a bad.
Is
a
it
bad
because she's
album.
encroaching on your football, Tyler? That's
No,
why you think it's
not
garbage.
because of
Yeah, it
that.
is.
It's not that. It's because
put Travis
she
Kelce on the
actually
map.
did it because she actually didn't make a good. She actually did not put out good music. The music is very like
Really?
as much
Neither
as
did fucking Rodrigo. This album is
no, she put out
not
good
even
music.
comparable to her first album.
Better music than Taylor. She put out better
No.
music than Taylor.
No,
Put
it's
out better
not.
music
It's
than
not
Taylor.
measurably better than Taylor.
I like
Also-
Rodrigo more than I like Taylor
also-
Swift. Taylor Swift's album was better.
Also, Ice Spice should win Best New Artist at the Grammys, but she's probably not.
Who is she up against?
She's up against Coco Jones, Grace Adams, Fred again, Jelly Roll, Noah Can.
Jelly Roll's probably running that shit.
I could see
Jelly
Jelly
Roll's
Roll
like
winning
a
it.
wash
I
over
could
the
see
war-
Jelly Roll
the
winning
Jelly
it.
war-
Jelly Roll is running country music right now.
The crazy part is, I was gonna say the exact same thing. I feel like Jelly Roll or Coke. I think Jelly Roll, Coco Jones, Noah Can, or
Noah Can. If that's, I gotta look at his
Bro,
music.
every
if that's the
time-
dude that I'm thinking of, he should win off the quality of the album that he put out. That's the guy I'm thinking of. But no, Jelly Roll's probably taking this.
I think it's Jelly Roll because of a recency bias. Because Ice Spice has been popping off way longer than Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll has been popping off in the last like 3 to 4 months, like crazy. So
I guess, yeah.
I think a lot of people might be like, I don't know if Ice Spice is a new artist, but technically since she wasn't eligible for last year's, then it doesn't really count. But Jelly Roll is doing bigger numbers. He's running country music right now. Every time that guy gets on
It's
the mic,
not hard to run country music.
pick with Ice Spice.
It's
I want to
not-
argue
it's-
with Tyler. Let's go.
It's not hard.
Deli is
to
a
run.
bad song.
Deli's not a bad.
Deli
song.
is
It's
a
good song.
terrible
It's
song.
not a terrible song.
Deli
Can I
is
meet-
not
can I
nearly
meet
as
midway?
good as half of the other
Bikini
singles
Bottom
that
is
she's
a
put
weird
out.
song.
you just think it's
Bikini
great because
Bottom
you're
is a
horny.
better
Can I meet
song.
midway on both of
Bikini
you?
Bottom is
Can I meet
not
midway on both of you?
Yeah.
Deli is not as bad as you think, but the reason he doesn't like Deli is because it's Ice Spice is formulaic and it sounds like everything she's been making since her first song popped off.
No.
Yes.
I really like the formula that she has. I don't like Deli because I don't think that
Deli's
it was not
you
like
don't
catchy.
because she says Miss Poopy. No, it's one of.
Oh
her
yeah,
most
no
catchy
that
songs.
that
It's one
that
of her
line was
most
terrible.
catchy songs. I'm shaking ass in the deli, and she's from New York. That is, come on, that is iconic. Don't do that.
Iconic.
It's
Stretch.
iconic.
That's
It's
a
iconic.
stretch.
It's iconic.
She's shaking ass
It's
in the deli.
iconic.
You know
It's
how many-
iconic.
You know how many New York
her
thoughts
ass
were
is
shaking
iconic,
ass in
not
the
her
deli?
bars.
You know how many New York thoughts were
It's-
shaking ass in the
It
deli?
don't matter.
They
It's
were
still
before
iconic.
and they still are. It didn't matter if she dropped that. It's
And they're shaking a little
iconic
bit
is
harder.
a stretch.
It's
Is it a
iconic.
garbage song? No, but does she have a lot of better
See,
songs?
This is where I get to pull this
Not
card
a lot
out.
of
It
bu-
does-
not a lot
Yes.
better.
Tyler, I got this. This is where I get to pull this card out. I'm not letting a white man tell me about hip hop.
I love it. I love it.
That's okay.
What do we always do? Talk over you anyway.
That's so disgusting.
Not this time.
Yes,
shaking ass in
this
the
time.
deli. Boom, 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 boom. I need Carter Cloud to drop Drilly. I want to use New York Drill.
All right, Tyler.
Some
So,
Cleveland
what
niggas
are
can
there
do
any other topics on there? What
best-
other categories?
Best melodic rap performance. We have "Sitting on Top of the World" by Burna Boy featuring 21 Savage. We have "Attention" by Doja Cat. "Spin." We have "Spin About You" by Drake and 21. "All My Life" by Cole and Dirk.
So, best
and
performance
Low
is
by
a
SZA.
live performance, right?
If
Um,
Dirk and
no,
Cole
I
don't
think
win,
it's more
Wait.
like music videos.
I'm leaning
or
a little
like
towards the SZA, but that's my second
if
pick.
Dirk and Cole don't win,
I think Dirk and Cole will win. I think
Give
Cole
that man a
is-
Grammy.
How do you say this? Cole is on a run to get everything that he has not gotten yet.
All
He just got his first
my
#1 this year. I think
all
that
my
Cole
life.
actually gets his.
Like,
Gets
wait,
his
no,
first
he's already
Grammy.
won a Grammy.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't.
Trying to keep you down
He doesn't have a Grammy.
What would he have won the Grammy for?
I thought he got.
all this time.
Nope. His best album, nope, didn't win a Grammy. He wasn't even nominated. The album wasn't even nominated for a Grammy.
Hello.
Wait,
Born Center was better.
No, you're wrong. Mark, I'm not even trying to like over talk, but no, dead ass, you're wrong. He's not won a Grammy.
what does he won though? What does he won? I feel like
Nothing.
he's
The
won
people's he's the people's champ.
He's the people dead ass. He's the people's champ. He's not won a Grammy.
What?
He's never won a Grammy. Does not have no Grammy wins. I don't think he's like. Get
Get this man a Grammy right now. Get him a Grammy
Whoa.
right now.
Whoa.
Why are you saying whoa?
Get him a Grammy.
He's gonna have to put out another really good album to get a Grammy, depending on what the Grammy's for. But
Well, the next album it'll be a little bit more finished than his last one. I feel like the last one was more of a transitional album, trying to figure out his sound at this point.
transition these nuts.
Transition your mom.
You leave Sharon out of this.
You're
She doesn't know
homeless.
Don't
music
talk about my
either.
girlfriend like that. I'll really put my hands on you, nigga.
What?
Who's your girlfriend? You have a
Apparently,
lot
my
of
mom.
girlfriends.
Oh my god.
I'm so player.
You right. I got a lot of girlfriends, but don't nobody compare to Sharon. That's my wife.
Are they really girlfriends?
No, they're hoes.
They're imaginary girlfriends.
They're
It's like an imaginary friend.
their
But sadder.
personalities
Me
inside
and
of his
Sharon
body
rekindled Our
pillow.
relationship at camp. We're together now.
Yeah.
Can I be honest?
Where my PS5 at?
I'm not. You know,
Nigga.
you still have a dad, nigga. Watch out. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't even get.
Hey,
FaceTime.
remember what you said earlier in the podcast? Phil's dad could probably beat all of our asses.
That nigga know I'm.
I'm
dating-
grabbing Big Bro.
He know I'm dating his wife.
He don't know. He doesn't know shit.
No,
I
he
know,
like it
nigga.
because he like it
You
because
lying to me right now.
He got to spend less time with her.
Hey,
but I
time
don't.
out. I give a fuck what y'all niggas talking about. Did Dak Prescott throw more than 2 touchdown passes?
Your
Is that part of your
parlay
I don't
parlay?
care.
Yes, yes.
head? Don't you owe me 20?
Time out.
He owes you more than 20.
Tyler, what is on your parlay?
He owes
Nigga,
you some
let's just
fucking
say
sexual
let's just
healing.
say, hey, we can wrap this. If we wrap this up now,
All my
y'all,
life.
where
we wrapping up right
y'all
now?
trying
Tyler about to
to
go buy
eat
drinks?
this weekend?
Whatever you want, Big Horse.
What are we trying to
Thanks,
drink?
Big Bro.
Texas Day, Brazil?
Eat. Eat Texas Day, Brazil. I'll drive. I'll pick all the niggas up. Let me see that.
Oh, hold on. No,
Let me see. Hold on. Just let me read it. Just let me read it.
This is looking good. Come on.
This look like a good one. That looks like a good one.
Start talking about some
That
shit while
looks
we
like a
read.
goat.
Start talking about some shit real quick. Somebody talk. No dead air.
Thank you for tapping into Ohio Boys podcast. We gotta go handle some business.
Everybody,
It's been
everybody
real.
love
It's
your
been
mamas.
real. I really fuck with y'all.
Listen-
Shout out to my big bro Tyler. Big bro Tyler always taking care of me.
Listen to Carter Cloud.
Hey,
Share our
hey,
podcast.
Hey, CC, we love you, baby. We love you.
Hey,
Nothing
and
but
if-
love for you,
And
CC.
if you make a DraftKings account right now, use code Phil is a hoe ass nigga, and you got it, bro. That's $200 of free bets right now.
That's not.
I swear.
It's not real.
Phil is a whole ass nigga. I hope you white boys type it in. Send
DraftKings,
screenshots
it's
to the
not
account.
real.
What did he just call?
Awesome.
We love you guys.
See you later.
We appreciate you guys. Have a good night.
Fuck out of here.
Thank you.